All right, here we go again. Buckle up. So I'm studying something right now to figure out whether it's LDS church centric or this is happening throughout the church. The reason, again, when there's friction between conservative and liberal, a lot of times the liberals will encourage conservatives and their families sexual and to be homosexual and LGBTQ and all that stuff. So again, that's why the Lord tries to invoke peace all the time into our minds and into our lives, even in dealing with these political issues and other things. Now, there is a preacher in I think it's South Carolina or North Carolina, and he'll say, politics is not church, it's the world. And a lot of people don't understand that. I mean, it exists, we don't have to disrespect it, but, don't worship it. Because it does cause strife, and does cause this back and forth. All right. So, right now, that's going on in the LDS church. There's curses being heaped upon the church. And from what I can tell, I don't have time and space. On this planet, time and space is difficult. And I know something did happen. Right. But from what I could tell, something is going to happen. It's either happening now and is going to happen, or is going to happen. And the young people are being ruined. The strange thing about the church, the LDS church, there's a lot more interaction. I mean, it grows up great adults if it all goes well, right? But there's a lot more interaction between the youth and the adult. Right? And I don't know if that's ever been an issue, because I think the issue is mostly in the younger people, like 25 and below, which is that too. Again, it's 6 of one, half dozen the other, because they do have youth groups, but they don't do as much youth group type stuff. Like when I used to go to church, in the Baptist church, I think we had a certain period of time where the kids would sit with us, and the kids couldn't wait to go to the youth group class, and then they would all run down to the youth group class. They won't be around anymore, right? And it's 6 of one, dozen of the other, because they're away from their parents, and things can go wrong at that point also, right? Now, I'm hearing from law enforcement also. Right, thank you, Larry. Well, they tend to, if the kid's not doing something wrong, or the young people aren't doing something wrong, and again, if you're in an LDS church and you're doing something sexually wrong, the cops can't run to your church and tell on you. Right. But I can. They can come here. Again, I told the Lord, I don't think I should ever know too much about any person. I just want to know the issues, and I'll help try to fix them. I don't want to know who it is, but tell me what the issue is, and we'll brainstorm it. Thank you, Larry. Now okay. One of the fixes is this: what I got up on the screen. You have to heal it. You have to do more focus on healing families, people. Again, it doesn't have to be physical. Maybe there is something physical you can do, but you have to do the healing. Actually, physical can't work without the healing. You have to pray more. Right. What happens is there's also conservatives that use that. Like, if I don't like your family, and I'm a devil conservative, playing church member, right, or even the preacher, I'll curse you and your family to have sexual dysfunction. Thank you, Mary. Cheat on your wife cheats on you, your kids, they're trans stars on YouTube and TikTok. I mean, this is really what's going on. All right. Yeah, I don't know. He just said I might be dead soon, but that mentality could lead to suicide as well. Because I said something earlier, because preaching made me think of this guy. All right. Thank you, Lord. The shooter. It's just sad. Why we can't fix this stuff is because all the turmoil and the spells and all that. Thank you, Larry. Yeah, law enforcement assures me that something is going on. Oh, wait a minute. This thing isn't charging. I put the new thing on and everything. Right, that's in there, right? Maybe there's something wrong with this. Oh, it's not plugged in on this. Yeah, it just sounded like I'm just putting the cord, cable into the charger and. Right. Well, in LDS Church, you have a more mixed environment with adults and children. I don't know if that's good, bad, or indifferent. I'm just kind of brainstorming something for the Lord. Well, I guess it's again President Oaks. I think he's noticing something too. Right. So, right, your kids are off into strange stuff, right? So you're just healing it and praying for it, but the question is how to present it, how to say it, how to remind people to do it, right? You don't want to offend people, and a lot of people, like I say, they don't understand the larger. Wait a minute, what's going on here? My microphone on? Yeah, it's on there. All right, so no, the church is definitely lacking protection in that area. Again, there's a lot of stuff that I speak about just even outside LDS and all that. All right. Again, you have to pray about it, but again, the idea of unceasingly. All right, so again, we should have President Oaks come up or somebody say something on this. Well, as far as the LDS Church goes, you're allowed to get married heterosexually. You're allowed to have a family. You're allowed to have sex with your wife. So, it's just a matter of fixing that whole thing. And a lot of times, the broken part is that the sexual relations between the husband and wife break down, and then they go looking somewhere else because, And again, it's something gets into your mind. Well, right. The question is, again, I guess it's the angels that are here or spirits, and they're saying, well, is it a lost cause? Can we fix this? Or are we at the point where we should realize that Satan owns the planet? I don't know the answer to that, quite frankly. And I think there's just a lot of what I'm saying is going on as far as the metaphysics, and if we could tone that down, it might work better. Again, when you attack certain people, they attack back. Right. Now, the missionaries and we discussed a lot of different things, and you got to, again, they're wholeheartedly believing in loving the sinner. Right. And I think that's where the church is lost. Thanks, Larry. President Oaks is in here, I can see. So, praying unceasingly. So that's the answer. But again, it's also healing, laying on of hands. And again, you have the Aaronic priesthood and the Melchizedek priesthood. Well, I think, yeah, okay, yeah. How do we do that, though? How do we present it to do laying on of hands to these children? Right? Based, what you're trying to do is you're trying to heal them. There might be something in the ordinances that we could pick up and. Yeah, it's coming up. If your brother something, then you yeah. Trying to pay attention to the church service and do this at the same time because it came up that I need to get online. So if the Lord tells me to get online, I got to do it. Thank you, Larry. There could be people from outside your church, inside your church area. I don't know if they are or aren't, but they could be directly cursing this type of thing, right? Like a code pink type of hit, but it also could be some PI working for somebody trying to ruin the church or ruin somebody in the church. Could even be a cop. Trying to find my other phone because I can't use this phone. I guess I can Google over here. Trying to find some scripture. Well, it just came up. I know I wasn't feeling turned on to anybody. I was looking at church. I just feel bad with the Lord. Again, it's just grievous. The TMI that the Lord puts upon me. Well, the outlook for these children is not where it should be based upon the input. Right. Thank you, Larry. I believe they initiated sexualization, but pulled back when I spoke about it. I tried to bait them into sexualization at a certain point, but after it kind of disappeared and it doesn't look like it's happening. Right? It looked like it was happening at the gym. It looked like it was happening in the church. Right? Again, it's subtle how it starts. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Larry. You got to remember, these people are witches and devils, so they're projecting sexuality. They're what's known as succubi and incubi, right? That's what we got in governments. That's what we got in PI ranks. That's what we got in the criminal ranks, right? I'm trying to find that other phone, but I'll do it here. Well, I'm trying to help. I really can't. I have to pay attention. I don't want to be, in church trying to do both things. I'm trying to figure out how to present it to the conference and all that kind of stuff online. So I say it right and don't offend. Right. Right, so they're casting spells while you're in church, these type of people. That's why they don't let you out of their sight. They'll say you're dangerous and they can't let you out of their sight, but it's a scam. They use that to cast spells and to psychologically torture their victim. Agreed, Larry. All right, I can't find that other phone for now. was just hoping I could find it. It just. All right, so. Well, sometimes it's just the will, they're moving their own will. And what happens is they pretend that they don't know that they're moving their will. Like they can't tell that what they're willing is happening. Right? I can't tell you if it's their will or not, but they do know. Right? I'm not moving my will. I can't. I've already uttered things that says I can't move my will. And God said, you can't move your will anyway, because you're subservient to me. Right? Thank you, Mark. All right, so. Thank you, Mark. Like I'm telling you, agency is not as powerful as it was when Joseph Smith was here. Right? Because there's things going on. Demonic things. If your brother sins, refer. Well, see, this is something we don't. So okay. So what we're doing is we're going to develop a prophylactic. As weird sounding word as it is in reference to this, we want to develop a prophylactic so my brother doesn't sin or my sister doesn't sin, and then we have to go through that process. So if your brother sins, refers to Matthew 18 15 through 17. All right. So what we're developing is a system of healing and prayer to cause the devil to flee. Thank you, Lord. No, there's something else there. James 1:5. They're attacking me pretty heavy. But it's not me. Like it's not about me. It's the church. I'm part of the. I mean, they focus on me, but the church is under attack. So I'm trying to figure this out. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a translation of that, if we can. People don't know the King James English. So I'll be back in a second. I'm starting to study some of this here, and this is probably why the Lord had me not. I wasn't feeling well, and so I didn't go to church. But there's something the Lord needed me to do anyway. Stay peaceful. Praise God.